Welcome back to Global Time Attack. We're going to show that interview with Mickey Andrade later, but right now we are showing some live action right now. This is Cameron Worth in the Pettit Racing RX-7. My name is John Naderi. I'm here with YUKIO TAIRA, the rest of the Bell One Racing crew, as well as Ashley Baker, Doug and Henry from Timing and Scoring, our timing and scoring directors as well. We're here at round 3 of the Global Time Attack with Formula Drift here at Palm Beach International Raceway. 2.034 mile course, 11 turns, and this is our 4th time attack session of the day. Immediately following this, we're going to go to Open 32 practice for Formula Drift, and we're going to show you the feed that Formula Drift is showing. So you can watch time attack and you can watch Formula Drift on the same feed. Right now we're seeing, I believe that's Whit Staples' car right now going across the back straight. If not, that's not Whit Staples. That is actually, there it is. That's actually Dave Norton. I'm sorry, Dave. You look nothing like Whit Staples. Dave Norton in the Spec Clutch S14. Fastest time of the day yesterday, but got supplanted, running a 1:25.1. Seeing if he can improve in it as he comes across for his first time. We're going to have live timing and scoring showing up at the very top of the screen right now. And if you're here at the Formula Drift paddock, come watch the Jumbotron. You can see it. Now you're seeing the times show up. Dave Norton with a 1:31.447. Dave Norton again with a 1:31.447 that you're seeing on top of the screen. Producer Nolan showing us a shot on the back straight, and there is actually Cameron Worth in the Pettit Racing RX-7. Unlimited rear-wheel drive did not run yesterday, coming out today. This is a, they predict this car will be in the 130s today. See a little bit of smoke come out. That's a rotary. It's normal. We could ask Kyle Mohan about that. Where there's smoke, there's fire from the rotaries. Kyle Mohan losing one of his oil seals yesterday, and they just pulled them out like it was no big deal. Pulled out that Mazda Trix 2-rotor, dropped in a new one. So Kyle Mohan, one of the top competitors here at Formula Drift, and Cameron Worth showing that rotaries are indeed worth something in Global Time Attack. See the way I did that? We're trying to get YUKIO a mic right here. Seeing if we could hear from YUKIO.
I think, am I good?
Seeing if we hear something from YUKIO. YUKIO TAIRA here joining me up in the booth. That is Whit Staples right there, coming around that turn 10-11 complex. Street rear-wheel drive E90 M3. That is a Rentec car. Whit normally driving the Fortune Auto Evo 9 in unlimited all-wheel drive. 1:27 from Whit Staples there. Very, very fast time. Dave Norton doing a 1:27, I'm sorry. And as we see Doug Wind out on the track here for this last of the 4 sessions before we have our last 2 sessions. And that is Andrew Meek that we're showing right now. Andrew Meek going down that front straight. We're showing Dave Norton's fastest lap, 1:27.446. Cameron Worth coming around here in the the Pettit Racing Mazda RX-7 FD3S 3rd generation. Andrew Meek's fastest lap in his Civic, but we're showing you actually Cameron Worth, but Andrew Meek's fastest lap in the Civic that we just showed you, as we see Hartmut Fail in the Rentec C63 and Cameron Worth there. Hartmut Fail down the backstretch into 10 and 11. That is a 605 horsepower C74 7.4 liter stroker kit in that car. Amazing, amazing car. $15,000 wide body on that car, and he drove it here from Lakeland, Florida, 10 miles away. That's Hartmut Fail going over the start-finish line. How many people drive a time attack car to the time attack? Seeing some of the FD big guns lining up. The GSR Motorsport crew getting ready to go out. Michael S.'s team. That is actually Lewis Murphy. Lewis Murphy in the IPGparts.com. Acura Integra, his fastest lap, 1:38.919. Not as fast as the 1:36 that he ran yesterday. We're showing you Whit Staples, but that is Murphy's fastest lap of the 1:36. And I believe Michael S. is on fire here at Formula Drift, getting the insane entry award at both Road Atlanta and here at Palm Beach International Raceway. Something about that Z4 likes to come in backwards. I like to come in backwards too, but my girlfriend does not appreciate that. As we see Andrew Meek coming around in his WTDR Civic. WTDR Civic. Andrew Meek in limited front wheel drive. His fastest time earlier, 1:39.737. Coming across the front straight. That is a naturally aspirated car. Down the back straight here, we see a Hartmut Fail, I believe. That is Hartmut Fail in the Rentec C63. Coming around turn 10 and 11. Hartman Fail, that is a true street car, a very, very mildly modified street car.
Am I on? Am I on? I'm on. I believe I'm on. Yeah, I believe so. That is Dave Norton in the Spec Clutch 240SX.
And Yukio's joining us now.
Here, guys.
We had a technical difficulty, meaning that Yukio and I, between the two of us, could not figure out how to turn on his microphone. I tried to figure out how to turn on Yuke's last night, but that didn't exactly work. As we see Dave Norton going down
dinner.
Dave Norton 127.466, fastest lap right now.
There's Doug Wynn, one of the Garrett drivers.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's on Garrett. He's on a Garrett Slug this year. Also on Hankook tires, changed from the Continentals last year.
It looks different from what it was before. I mean, the livery is really nice.
Changed up the livery, looks much improved. The modern performance car could not make it out to Road Atlanta, so Danny, his crew chief, loaned him his True Street front-wheel drive car. It was SRT4 as well.
He's slowing down significantly.
He does seem to be carrying not a lot of speed. That looks like the way I would approach the course, very cautiously with my hazard lights on. Hopefully everything's okay. He had a problem with a battery switch that caused the battery to drain. Coming down the front straight here is John Miller in the Arsenal Auto Sport Scion FRS.
He's logging in as many laps as he can in that thing.
He's putting the mileage on it. He's going to get all of his warranty this weekend. Seeing more here down in the paddock, more of the FD guys getting lined up. Showing Hartmut Fail in the Rentec C63. Hartmut Fail with that C74. 7.4 liter stroker, 605 horsepower out of a little C series, that C63 AMG. Hartmut spending time at AMG, but now he owns Rentec and just showing the AMG guys how to do it. Dave Norton pulling off track right now in the Spec Clutch 240. Dave Norton, I believe he's on Toyo R888s right now.
Yeah, he is. He is, and he's been on Toyos for a while too. So
yeah, he has had support from them for some time. As we're seeing Lewis Murphy in the IPGparts.com Acura Integra.
He's got the late '90s look with the black wheels in the front.
Definitely, definitely. He's got the Steelies on front. He's going to go hit everybody up at the street drags later. Seeing who's this coming down the back straight here.
I think is that.
That is Whit Staples, I believe, in the E90 M3, the Rentec E90 M3.
And he looks like he's slowing down a little bit.
Whit Staples is coming off track right now. Whit Staples is coming off track.
And a pretty much stock. A little bit bolt-ons here and there with some tune.
He's got a little bit of a Rentec tune on it. He's got some Advan RSs. This is John Miller in the Arsenal Auto Sports Scion FRS street rear-wheel drive car that we're looking at right now. Now we're seeing him come down the front straight. Daryl saying, nice, I like the way they switched cameras up here. Our producer's on fire right now. Special thanks to Bell One.
Yeah, watching that FRS with all of the 130 horsepower to the wheels.
I think so. Yukio, a big Subaru fan. Proud to see the boxer engine in that car.
But it's still a little weak for me.
It is a little, not all-wheel drive, huh, Ukes?
It's okay. You know what? And it's a step in the right direction. You know, it's bringing back that sports coupe, which is badly needed. That's affordable.
Front engine rear wheel drive, unlike Tony Angelo's car and Frederick Osbo's car that had to do the conversion. I don't think that's a dealer installed option, is it, Ukes?
No, but there is an FRS in drifting.
There is. Ken Gucci representing that.
And actually in Japan, it's going crazy.
Yes, as well. Arito's car with the V8 in it too. Hope to see that car come over, possibly for a Formula Drift, possibly for a global time attack too. I think that car would do really well. It fits all the recipes: light, front engine rear wheel drive, and massive power.
And it's not uncommon to see some drift cars in time attack. That's happened in the past, and it might happen in the future for us.
Yes, very much so. I know a couple teams have expressed interest to us to campaign their cars. Brian Bridges among them. Ken Gucci talking to us about him having interest in driving. Vaughn Gittin Jr. actually campaigns with Chris Cabetto. They have a ready RTR Mustang that they run in the Grand Am Series. They're trying to take that car time attacking. As we see Cameron Worth in the Pettit Racing RX-7 and John Miller in the Arsenal Auto Sport FRS coming around turn 10, turn 11.
With the unmistakable sound of that rotary just flying by us, by the way. That was definitely a rotary.
Yeah, very mildly tuned rotary. Stock twins on that.
And you like the stock twins.
I do. My girlfriend has the stock twins in place, so I'm very happy with it. But there's nothing wrong with bolt-ons, Uke. I don't mind a little modification.
You can modify it, we can upgrade them.
If Pettit wants to go with something a little bit bigger, I think that's nice. Maybe a handful of turbo.
What about a single,
nice.
though? It gets a little weird when it goes single.
Yes, yes, it would. Big single would be weird. As we see Hartmut Fail going through the Formula Drift paddock, area, the actual track, going wrong way through it actually. And this is Lewis Murphy in the IPGparts.com
And looks like
Integra
he's
coming off track.
in.
Lewis Murphy in the DC2 Integra with
It looks
a
like a
turbocharger.
completely bone stock, like the thing you'd see in the Auto Trader.
The complete Steelies on the front.
Yeah, 180,000 miles.
He's got his Bogarts in the trunk right now, in the hatch. And then we have Andrew Meek. Actually, we're showing him right now. I'm sorry, that is not Andrew Meek. That is Cameron Worth in the Pettit Racing RX-7. Andrew Meek in a red Civic EG hatch. So we're seeing the EG versus the DC2.
And Whit Staples is back on the track now, it looks
And
like.
Cameron
there he
Worth's
is.
fastest lap, 128.698. Very, very fast for that car. Unlimited rear-wheel drive car, one of the fastest times. John Miller from Arsenal Autosport in the Scion FRS, coming around the last turn there. John Arsenal going through 10, going through 11. John Miller, I'm sorry, from Arsenal Autosport.
Just call him John Arsenal, it's easier that way.
I like that Arsenal. I know Mike Warfield likes that. That's his famous football club, his favorite football club. Hartmut Fail here pulling off track.
Wait, you're talking about the other kind of football, right? Not the
football.
America one.
Yes. I'm going to put a Manchester United sticker on the back of his car just to make him mad. If you make your way over to the Global Time Attack paddock, you just might see, if you see the hood off on the GST Motorsports Subaru Impreza L, you might see some Mitsubishi Diamond Stars on the intake plenum on that car.
On the blow-off valve, too.
Yes, on the blow-off valve as well. So I think the World Racing guy's having some fun at Mike Warfield's expense. Now we're showing some times here. Dave Norton in the Spec Clutch S14, a limited rear-wheel drive with a 127.466. Cameron Worth in the Pettit Racing RX-7, unlimited rear-wheel drive, 128.698. Hartmut Vale in the Rentex C63 with a 131.106. Doug Wind in the Modern Performance SRT 4. I believe his best time yesterday was a 1:30. I do not know if he topped that or not. We're showing some of the times on the top of the screen right now as we show Whit Staples coming around here in his Rentec E90 M3 in street rear-wheel drive.
Now, we still got a significant time left on there on the remaining. It's almost, a little under 9 minutes, so...
9 minutes till happy hour. I mean, 9 minutes until the end of this session.
It's happy hour all the time
It
here.
is happy hour all the time up in the tower.
It's starting to look like a drift event.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, John Miller getting a lot of body roll on that car because we mentioned earlier that car is a factory fresh Scion FRS, bone stock motor, lightly modified, lightly breathed on by Titan Motorsports, 17-inch Yankee RPF 1s, and he might have a set of Ken Gushi's old scrubs off of the front, the Hankook RS3s on there, just to test and tune a little bit on that car.
He's going around the Scion Racing teams looking for spare parts and
begging
stuff.
for spare tires. As we see Andrew Meek here in his WTDR Civic. Andrew Meek in limited front-wheel drive in that Civic. And we hear that distinctive V8 roar. That is the Formula Drift big guns getting ready to line up. They will immediately follow this session. Top 32 practice will be starting very, very soon.
And Global Time Attack, we invite people with V8s to come out. We do have a couple of V8s right now. We have the C63. You know, we have. There's another. Oh, and Whit Staples.
Whit Staples.
Yeah,
in the,
so we do want to see more, V8s, either V10.
Jacob Tanaka in the Tanaka Racing Corvette C6, that Z06 car. He was supposed to be out here, but he had a big incident at Road Atlanta, went into the wall hard. Not sure if they're going to get the car back together in time. They will not be at New Jersey, but they will be at our finals at Bunwell. But they were supposed to be here this weekend. They are sorely missed this weekend.
Now, that car's gone through different stages in its life. It used to be, a drift car?
It was a Formula Drift car driven by Conrad Berger Grunwald, is the voice of Formula Drift. Jared Deanda would describe him, as well as Alex Pfeiffer, former Formula Drift judge. Now we're showing John Miller in the Arsenal Autosports Scion FRS coming into the pits right now. He is done 137.454, his best time of this session. And Whit Staples is in. Andrew Meek's going to stay out. He's got Steelies on the front too. Those are actually not Steelies. That's Andrew Meek in the WTDR Honda Civic and limited front wheel drive. Those are actually the Spoon, real Spoons, not fake
They're not
ones.
they're not the Rotas?
Oh, hey, there's something to be said for Rotas. Our fastest car out here is on Rotas. Special thanks to the guys from WheelDude.com. But Andrew Meek out here running a 139.230 on the Spoon SW388 wheels.
Now, these cars aren't aren't really highly modified, but it's just driver skill, a lot of suspension work. And
they do a lot of work on the cars. They run in a lot of NASA TT classes, so they don't allow too much engine modifications.
Doug Wind is just hanging out right there in the Formula
Doug
Drift
Wind
course.
is waiting for the FD guys. I think he's trying to get maybe Ken Gushi's autograph or something. Doug Wind parked out there. Doug, you do not want to be there when the FD guys go through. You will be made into a SRT4 clipping point. Doug Wind is parked on track. It is not in a dangerous area. There's not even a local yellow wave. Within our form of racing, local yellow pretty much makes you abandon the session because you have to go slow. It doesn't matter for road racing, but for time attack, you have to be at full speed around every corner, and a local yellow is not good. So they're not waving the local yellow, which allows us to continue with this session.
Right, and Doug Wynn is a veteran in track day, so he understands just get off the racing line, get out of the impact zone, and make sure he's courteous to others, and that's what he did, and it was perfect. And it might be the whole battery issue that he was having, possibly might have popped up again.
Yes, exactly. So hopefully he can get the car back. It looks like it was another electrical issue. So they had that battery switch issue that was draining the battery. I'm hoping that's just the case and they could get it switched out and get back for the last session, because there are still 2 more sessions. We have session 5 and session 6 that will be coming up at 6 p.m. as well as 6:40 p.m. Immediately following that, we'll have our Global Time Attack Awards at 7:15 to 7:30, and then we're going to get to the top 16 introductions here for Formula Drift. 7:30, going to run till dark.
Now, for those that are interested in running GTA, what does it require? I mean, do you have to have some sort of crazy license or a crazy car to get in there?
There is no licensing requirement, and basically our rules are very minor, Ukes. We require that you comply with the NASA CCR rules, which is basically the class code and conduct regulations. It's a very simple rule book to follow. Do you have seatbelts? Do your doors work? Do your windows go up and down? I mean, stuff like that. Then we also have classing regulations between our groups, street, limited, and unlimited classes, basically based on tire, aero, some of the modifications you've done on the car. And for driver classification for our Global Time Attack, we only require that you have a NASA membership and some track experience. You are familiar with the flags. We recommend that you have what's called HPDE 3 level experience. That is what we recommend. We do not require that, though. Although if you don't have HPDE level 3 experience, I don't think you'd want guys like, you know, Dave Norton and Jeff Westphal and Chris Rado rolling up behind you when you don't know what you're doing coming around a track.
Well, here comes some times there. Let's see what they got.
Yeah, there's Dave Norton with a 127.466, Cameron Worth with a 128.698, Hartmut Fail in the Rentec C63, 131.106, Doug Wind in the modern performance car, which is currently parked, street front-wheel drive leader with a 131.517, Whit Staples in that Rentec E90 M3, 132.309, and Lewis Murphy in the IPGparts.com Integra with a 134.415, as well as Miller and Meek, too. We didn't get to their times. I apologize for that. John Miller and Andrew Meek running very fast in this session, too, as we're seeing Andrew Meek going around the track right now, braking very early. Oh, Andrew, he hit the brakes, and then he hit him again. So he's like, you know what? I don't think I need to stop right now. I'll go a little bit faster, then I'll stop. That's my approach to braking.
And we got 3 minutes left in this session, so they got probably, what, a good 2 laps to put in there and then a cool down. So
basically.
Oh, checker's in the guy's hand, so it looks like they only got
timing
one
and scoring
more.
Director Doug telling us the checker is in his hand. I think the Formula Drift drivers running over there and trying to get him to wave that checker earlier. They're hungry to get on track. Sorry, guys, this is Global Time Attack time right now.
And don't forget to stick around. We are broadcasting the Formula Drift stream, so you guys don't have to go anywhere.
We will be, and they are doing open practice for top 32 from 2 to 3 p.m. The main event of round 16 to the finals is going to be from 3 to 4 p.m. The main competition from 4 to 6 p.m., top 32 competition, and then the halftime break from 6 to 7:30, which is when we get back out on track. Global Time Attack, last session 5 and session 6 from 6 to 6:20, and again from 6:40 to 7 p.m. And then at 7:15, we're going to have our results posted. Producer Ivan in here in the studio with a very fetching Exity fan. I bet he looks really cool when he waves that fan. That's girly, Ivan. I'm just going to let you know right now. It's girly when you're waving that fan like that.
He's fanning towards me.
He's got the limp-wristed action to pull it off. Producer Ivan in here in the tower. Thank you very much for your help this weekend, Producer Ivan. Everyone else at Global Time Attack, Bell One Racing Communications, Baker Media Communications, and they're waving the checkered flag on us. That's it for session 4 of Global Time Attack. We're going to get our cars off track, get the Formula Drift beasts onto the track. I'd like to see some of those Formula Drift guys. I'd like to see someone just keep going when they go around the track. Just run the whole track backwards. We'll loan you a transponder. See what times you guys can run. Seeing all the top 32 guys out here as we see Andrew Meek coming in, our limited front wheel drive, second place in limited front wheel drive, 138.991, his best time of this session. We're going to have all of our times up from this session. Ashley Baker from Baker Media Communications is going to have the time up, and she's hogging the fan right now. I just want to report to timing and scoring. Timing director Doug, please get Ashley away from the fan. But I like when her hair blows in the wind like that, so that's rather fetching.
So I'll get the camera.
So right now, we're going to go to show you some Formula Drift Top 32 practice coming up immediately after this. We might show you a brief little commercial, a little bit of an intro coming into it. With that, on behalf of YUKIO, Yukes, TAIRA, and I'm John Naderi. We'll be back at 6 p.m., but stay tuned for Formula Drift, Open 32 practice, Top 32, and during their halftime break, back for Global Time Attack. Thank you very much, everyone.